Does perfectionism feel like it's running your life? That constant pressure to get everything right, to never mess up, to go above and beyond? It might feel like a badge of honor, something that sets you apart. But let me tell you a secret. It's not a badge of honor. It's a chain. And for those of us who grew up in dysfunctional families or parentified, it's a chain we learned to carry from a very young age. You see, perfectionism often has its roots in survival. Maybe you were the fixer, the one who kept the peace, or maybe you learned that being flawless was the only way to avoid criticism or rejection. The reality is that it probably worked out. Back then, it kept you safe, but now it's keeping you stuck. Perfectionism is like running on a treadmill. You are exhausted, but you never actually get anywhere. And let me ask you this. Are you tired of feeling like no matter what you do, it's never enough? If that's hitting close to home, I want you to know this. It's not your fault. You didn't wake up one day and choose to be a perfectionist. It's something that you were taught, something that you had to become to navigate the dysfunction in your family. The good news is you can let it go. You can heal. And today I'm going to show you how. Does this sound familiar? You spend an hour editing a text message because you are afraid of saying the wrong thing, or you replay a conversation ruminating in your head, obsessing over whether you came across the right way, or maybe you can't even relax at home at the end of the day because you're constantly thinking, I should have done this, I could have done more, I could have done better. And I see you. I've been there too. And I want you to know you don't have to live like this anymore. Your worth isn't tied to how perfect you are. I mean, who is perfect, right? You don't have to prove yourself, not to your boss, not to your friends, and definitely not to that little voice in your head that says you're not good enough or you are only good enough if you are perfect. And now let's talk about how to start breaking free from perfectionism. And I've got 3 simple steps that you can do today. First, challenge the inner critic. The next time you catch yourself thinking, this isn't good enough, stop and ask, says who, right? That critical voice, it's not even yours. It's a reflection of all the unrealistic expectations you absorbed growing up. Number 2, practice imperfection. I know this sounds scary, but trust me on this one. Try sending an email without rereading it 5 times and leave a typo in a text message. The world won't end, right? And over time, you will understand that you are human and it's okay. Number 3, ask yourself, what would my loving inner parent say? Imagine you have this warm, compassionate voice inside of you. What would they say when you are being hard on yourself? They'll probably say you're doing your best and that's enough. And they would remind you that you are lovable just as you are, just as you would talk to a dear friend. I worked with someone who told me, I just want to feel like I'm enough. They grew up in a home where love felt conditional, where achievements were the only thing that earned them attention. Through small, consistent steps, they started challenging their perfectionism and their inner critic, and they practiced letting go of perfect and embraced good enough. And you know what happened? Of course, anxiety started to fade, their relationships got better, and for the first time, they felt free. And that freedom, it is possible for you too. You are so much more than your achievements. You are more than your spotless house, your to-do list, or your title. You are a human being, not a human doing. You deserve to rest and to make mistakes and to live a life that feels good, not just one that looks good. Healing isn't about becoming perfect. I mean, tell me the first person that is perfect that you know, right? It's about realizing that you were never broken to begin with. And if this resonates with you, I want you to take a deep breath and understand that you're not alone. Healing is a journey, and it starts with one small step at a time, one day at a time. And if you're looking for a community of people who understand what you are going through, I would love for you to join me at the Self-Worth Hub, a space where we explore these topics together with tools, support, and encouragement to help you finally let go of perfectionism and to step into the freedom that you deserve. Remember this: you are worthy, not because of what you do, but simply because of who you are, and I believe in you. I will see you in the next video, and please remember your resilience.